members and a group of investors. Under Edward's leadership, WorldCom Edward's leadership, WorldCom took a series of acquisitions with smaller telecom companies so that increasing their network and increasing their market share. Initially, there was a rapid growth in 1990s as internet was growing so fast. There was a huge demand for telecommunication companies. So WorldCom was well positioned to capitalize this trend. And next, why and how the fraud was happening will be explained by my teammate Johnny.
WorldCom was once a powerful telecommunication company, growing rapidly through mergers and acquisitions. But behind the scenes, there was very serious financial struggle faced by the company. Instead of the reporting losses, the executives of WorldCom were a profitable company. The fraud mainly included like misclassifying the operating expenses as a capital investment. Normally, businesses report expenses like network expenses as expenses, and so that they reduce the profits. However, WorldCom wrongly categorized these expenses as a long-term investment expenses, meaning that they spread across the several years and instead of recording them immediately. That artificially inflated profits, manipulating the financial analysts and the investors. Like there will be a reason why did they do it. So to meet the pressure of the Wall Street, and the investor expects the company to show a steady growth. So and also the CEO of Bernard Evans has taken a personal massive loans backed by these stocks. If the people get to know that they are reporting losses, then this stock prices will crash. So the Bernard Evans also will lose the personal loss. So how did they discover the customer details?
WorldCom scandal was the largest accounting fraud, and it involved nearly 11 million in expenses. Internal auditors played a crucial role in whistleblowing the scandal. Second, Cooper, the chief internal auditor, is also the vice president of internal audit team, has played a key role in exposing the fraud. She led the investigation team, and despite being pressured from the seniors, she reported it to the audit committee instead to the seniors of the company. The initial earnings were 3.8 billion in misleading expenses. Later it was discovered that 11 billion expenses. And when she was confident about the findings, she justified her actions by keeping the fraudsters not accepted his explanations. And the scandal led to WorldCom's bankruptcy. The CEO and CFO have strengthened the corporate governance laws. And to further stop these scandals, Sarbanes-Oxley Act 2002 was increased to protect the whistleblowers and improve internal controls. But my friend Aditya will continue to explain the immediate consequences.
Conducted by Securities and Exchange Commission in 2002, it led to charging WorldCom with civil fraud, and ultimately it led to a settlement at $2.25 billion. WorldCom scandal along with the Enron scandal led to prompted the passage of Sarbanes-Oxley Act in 2002, which is a corporate governance law aimed at increasing corporate accounting and transparency in financial reporting. The WorldCom's collapse led to significant job losses when the company announced layoffs of 17,000 employees. And the investigation conducted by Securities and Exchange Commission against WorldCom led to charges of civil fraud, and individuals including former CEO Bernard Evans were indicted for securities fraud, conspiracy and filing false documents. Now legal penalties will be extended by industry.
When a company involved in fraud like the WorldCom scandal faces severe legal and reputational consequences. Likewise, the Securities and Exchange Commission has penalized over $750 million, which in Indian currency amounts to around 6,400 crores, which WorldCom company has to be faced. And not only the company, the CEO, Punjab, who was personally involved in the scam, has been imprisoned up to 25 years. And then the company was removed from the stock market as that it was involved in a scam which can cause the stock market to fall. Further, will explain by my team.
Hi friends, I'm Naiteja. I'm going to conclude this. After this fraud, this company is named as ICAI and was acquired by WorldCom Communications in 2006. Later on, the act was came into force, which is named as SICASA. Like this, auditors or like internal auditor who revealed this fraud was Central Uber, and another auditor who expressed this is Jenny Morse. Then all our friends who tried to set up a firm will also be like whistleblowers. And not let
Stock price crash. The Toshiba stock price has declined significantly, and by the year end 2015, it had lost approximately $8 billion. And also it was, and the name of Toshiba company was removed from stock index, showcasing the Japan's best companies. And it had after the
and we are going to present about the topic PNB scam. Do you have any idea about who has the person name who has involved in PNB scam? Others? Yeah. Please listen to that. You will come to know. Yeah. PNB is one of the biggest Indian banking sector fraud, which was detected in 2018, which was initiated by Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi, and this scam took with the
banking system, core banking system, and it is a centralized platform of banks, and it is the backbone of banks to manage all its accounts and complete branch details, customer details, loans, advances, everything is maintained in this platform. And it is the benefits of it is operational efficiency, and it is used to reduce errors like manual errors and other errors, and it is used for the smooth flow of banking system. This is serious. And then next technical word is code.
Scam was on the PNB itself, where the share prices of the PNB has fallen drastically, and due to this, the whole banking system has came into question. And also because of this, the investors lost the trust on the banking system, and the foreign investment companies were also not ready to invest in the Indian banks, and they raised major concerns about their investments which were already made in the PNB bank. And it even impacted the LIC indirectly, as LIC was the major shareholder in the PNB bank. So it was concerned about its shareholding because of the drastic fall of the share price. And the exporter and importer were also severely affected, because LOU is the main document for them to get the exports and imports easily. But due to this scam, the government has banned by issuing the LOUs, due to which it was major impact on them, and also the shares of the jewelry stock and all has also fallen down. Thank you.
Lending business will have certain risks. It could be of operational risk or credit risk. Being a bank, we assume or presume that it has kept checks and balances. It has implemented certain policy reform to avoid or to reduce such kind of risk, and also which ensures that the deposited money has got higher security. But in this case of Punjab National Bank, which is also the second largest lender in India, if the bank itself, if the bank officials itself prone to this kind of fraudulent transactions, then basically it represents a gaping loophole in the banking sector. What are the reforms to be implemented by the government of India? To ensure that such kind of scams should not happen in the future? We have listed down some of the recommendations. Firstly, fix the banking sector. The lending practices of the banking sector. The stakeholders who involved in this particular scam should have alerted, should have informed the higher officials of the Punjab National Bank along with it. Secondly, the due diligence, which means the thorough investigation, the thorough verification process should have undertaken before entering into the contract. Why was the due diligence are not conducted in this such crores worth of LOUs? And thirdly, are they also ordered the integration of the SWIFT system with the CBS, which is core banking system, with stipulated deadlines? And at last, in response to this huge bank scam, the government of India introduced Fugitive Economic Offenders Act 2018. This act was introduced to prevent economic offenders like Nirav Modi from escaping the country.